of the things that has always fascinated me about English history is that you can almost bifurcate it into pre-William the Conqueror and post-William the Conqueror. I mean, officially, that is kind of how it's done. Since 1066, it's been England as we know it, because he finally gathered all these tribes together and said, I'm it, this is the rule, and now let's start making the Domesday Book and see what we've got here. But unless I miss my guess, and you'll know better than I do, Tolkien was kind of enamored of the time before then. That he was not a fan of the internal combustion engine, says that was maybe the worst invention ever, and loved the idea of England before all that.
Yeah, he certainly did. And I think the attraction is, let's think of a word that goes back to the Old English times, because a lot of our everyday words that we speak go back way back to Old English or the Norman Conquest. So, if I say words we speak, the words we speak, those four words are. But if we think of a word like king, that goes back as well. King, queen, they're both. And what is the adjective to go with king? I mean, you don't use it so much in the United States of America since independence, but we still use it. We have a postal service, and what do we call it? We call it the Royal Mail. We don't call it the Kingly Mail. We call it the Royal Mail. Now, why is that? It's because the Normans brought their French language with them, and so the king in French is roi, and the word for royal in French is royal. So we don't say the kingly post or the kingly mail, we say the royal mail. And this is one of the reasons why, because if you go to Germany, the word for a king is König, and if you wanted to say royal mail, they don't have a king either. It would be Königlicher Post, so you just take the king word and add an adjective ending to it, and you get the word. So what's happened is that English has become, it's got a larger vocabulary now, but it's not connected anymore.
Right.
King and kingly, those two words are connected, but king and royal are not connected. They're separate words. One's from Old English or Anglo Saxon, if you prefer, and the other is from French. Does that make sense? So I think he disliked the fact that English had become broader and was borrowing words, and so it lost its coherence. It lost its kind of. He found a sort of attraction, a beauty in languages that fitted together neatly.
Right.
And he liked the sound of languages as well.